We're going to get to foreign policy, the fight in Mosul, Iraq, in just a moment. But first, to our viewers, Larry Smith says, well, I think it's the reason Donald Trump is atop the GOP ticket is that voters didn't want a professional politician. Your final thought on the politics matter.
Exactly, because for 2 years, ever since the 2014 election, I have sat here and we have sat here. I've talked about my candidate Smith research. It is overwhelming. I've got a new part of it. This election is Trump's for the taking if he would take it, which is about big issues. It's not about him. It's about the country. And that has been the story all along, and that's why he is the independent variable, not her.
Change and corruption. Those are his themes. He didn't hit them.
Well, as we showed you earlier this hour, the U.S. is assisting Iraq in preparing for a major offensive against the ISIS savages. The fight to recapture the critical city of Mosul could begin this month, really in just a few days because of weather and several other reasons. With thousands of U.S. troops on the ground, as advisors were told, our political insiders are back. So, John, I'm going to come to you first on this and just get your thoughts. Boy, this is a lot of blood and treasure again.
Yeah.
Potentially, if things don't go right. So the Green Beret person, or Green Beret officer who was here earlier to explain this.
First of all, I don't believe those 5,000 wonderful American troops were there just as advisors.
Well, they got to be ready.
They're going to be doing stuff, and the special forces are going to be doing stuff. And you raise off the air very good points. October, if it goes badly, does it blow back into this election? Does it help Trump? Does it hurt Hillary? It could. Vice versa, if it goes well. Oh, it helps Obama for sure.
Which helps Hillary.
And you hate to politicize. I mean, but that's this is where we are.
This is all politics. One of Donald Trump's big failings in the debate was he didn't talk about the incoherence and inconsistency of the Obama-Clinton foreign policy. He doesn't have a clear message on their failings and how they've made America less strong, more vulnerable, and less safe. This issue in Mosul, we pulled the 10,000 troops out, no status of forces agreement. We've got only 5,000 there. We don't have enough troops probably to get the job done. We don't know what the rules of engagement are. Harris, this is a huge risk, probably a necessary risk.
All right, so two things that Ben Collins told me, Pat, that I want to get your thoughts on. The White House and the Pentagon do not have a linear message together. And they haven't. I mean, it has been kind of a discord all along with this administration that we know of between the president and the generals and the messaging coming out. And then Ben said this to me: the greatest threat to our national security right now with regard to ISIS is bureaucracy, and exactly what's happening right now where there's not that unified message.
Well, I would agree with him about that, but let's take it a step further. Part of it is inherent in the Obama foreign policy is the dishonesty and the dissembling going on. Whether it is Iran, let's just start and go right back to Mosul. But Iran, we find out that we were promised sanctions would stay on these banks in Iran with the UN for 8 years. We've already pulled them off the day of the hostages.
A secret side deal.
Hello.
Yeah, what we've been talking about all along.
Secret side deals, secret money being transferred in cash, and also letting up on them across time at a time, by the way, because I was polling this recently, where over 3-to-1 Americans believe they have become, Iran is cheating or will cheat, and is proving it by its events. And let me say about Mosul, you got 5,000 Americans. We took 10,000 out without it because we couldn't protect them, quote unquote, when we pulled out. Now we have 5,000 back in there who are unprotected with no mission clarity. And this is and the American people are not being told the truth. In the media, in their conspiracy to help Hillary Clinton and protect Barack Obama, will not tell the American people the truth.
But let me say this. In the debate the other day on the Iran nuke deal, Hillary made the case of why that deal makes Iran a non-nuclear power for at least 10 years, and Trump let it go.
Yeah.
He never argued it.
Didn't mention North Korea.
Nothing. I don't know what this man did for preparation. He has all these things that he can use in a coherent way, and he didn't do it.
So word from the Trump campaign, you know that we had his campaign manager here on Fox Report last week, Kellyanne Conway, and she was talking about, you know, they're throwing everything into the kind of the bin for him to look at. I'm paraphrasing, and then he makes his own decisions. But word from him and his campaign is that he's going to hit Hillary harder. But this is not about hitting Hillary harder.
So
from what you're saying, it's about these issues.
It's about the issues of change and corruption and a new direction for America, growing the economy, creating jobs.
In a debate
we haven't heard it. John's right. Donald Trump should be prepared to debate and to be focused,
Well,
not to have a potpourri of issues.
But
you
it's
might
a
lose.
town hall forum, as I said to you guys,
You
where
can still
Mary
prepare
from
for it.
Dubuque gets up and says, I need help.
Is this tougher than what he just
No,
faced?
this could be easier because these
You
people...
guys don't agree on that.
No, but because these people, their basic beliefs are in his corner. If he would just engage them with that,
Yeah, but
then he
this
would
is
have,
the-
but not to attack her, but just for them to say
Well, but
what the country
Pat,
is.
this is the forum that Bill Clinton said, I feel your pain.
Right.
These are like 50 sob
George
stories
Bush
are in
was
the
looking
room.
at his wife.
Right, and I think that Hillary is going to do that. As a senator, she did these town
She's
hall
great at
forums.
that.
She'll do it, and she knows every little program. She'll be able to say to Mary from Dubuque, there's a program in the housing and urban development thing, and my staff will connect with you afterwards.
But then I would ask this question, Pat. She was off the trail for much of the month of August. He was out there. Does that give him an advantage? Real quick answer.
Well, he is. It may be. We'll see. I don't know.
He was preparing all
He
August.
has been preparing, but he has the arguments for these people,
But he hasn't used them.
and he
Pat.
hasn't used them. If he does in this debate, he could be a massive winner.
So good to see you.
Great.